Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been ages since I've done an update or done anything. Truth be told, it's because my child is always around. I'm a teacher, I am on summer vacation, and it's just him and I all the time, and I don't want to talk about any of this stuff in front of him. So I finally had a little bit of a break today, so I thought I would catch you guys up. I think the last video I posted was right before our default divorce hearing. I don't know if it was the video about the default divorce, or I have no idea what the video was, but it was telling you that our hearing was soon. The hearing happened. The default divorce was granted, meaning I am finally divorced. Yahoo! So that happened June 1st. We're July 20 something. And it doesn't mean that all of the problems go away. It doesn't mean any of that. It just meant like I was over one hurdle. Sorry, this is gonna be shaky because I'm in the car. It's the only time I have to film this. So it just means I'm over one hurdle, because next up was on the list was selling the house. So back to the default divorce. So because my ex never participated in any of the multiple, what am I trying to say? Any of the multiple times that he was given the opportunity to fight back or speak on his behalf, he came to court and didn't quite understand what a default was because he didn't do any research. So because he wasn't prepared, because of anything, because he didn't respond or wasn't prepared, I was granted everything that I asked for. And it was just like the normal legal things in a marriage, like meaning half of our assets, splitting the marital debt, those things. I did get, I'm not going to go into details, but I do have 100% physical custody of Bennett, or sole custody. I don't know which one it is. The one where you have your child all the time. Thank God, because he's my pride and joy, and I don't know what I would do if I had to share him. I honestly don't think I'd be able to sleep. But luckily, I was granted that. Child support is just calculated by an equation of like how many overnights the other parent gets, 0 times, I forget how they figure it out, but it's just an equation. What else did I request? Oh, so my ex is behind on paying the mortgage, of course, so whatever, so like the chunk is a certain amount that he's behind, I will get 50% more. Not 50% more, I will get 50% of what could have been equity to me. So let's just say it was $5,000 that he's behind. I would get $25 extra $100 and he would get $2,500 less. Does that make sense? That was like one weird stipulation. What was another? Not stipulation, I don't know. A weird request. What's another one? I don't know. I wish I kind of asked for one other thing dealing with like our tax situation, because he was a business owner, but I can always go back and like ask for other things, because still the other party is not doing what they're supposed to do. So, and unfortunately, like, yes, all of these things are legal in the document, but like, for example, one of the parts of the agreement was we had to list the house in 30 days. That didn't happen because it's a lot of work to list a house, and it's not because of him or me. It was both of us. It wasn't just because of him, but let's just say it was all because of him, and I wanted to do something about it. It would cost me money to do it. So for example, the tax situation, he had a certain amount of days to do X, Y, and Z, and it hasn't happened yet. But for me to like act on it, I need money to act on it. So I am, it's summer, I'm a teacher, I did save money, but like it's not like I have money flowing in, so it's not like I have the funds right now to act on anything. So there's that. Have I gotten all my child support? No. But It is what it is. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I'm just like looking forward to like the next big chapter closing. So we should be listing the house tomorrow. I'm just leaving the house. I'm just leaving the house, like helping get it picture ready, because tomorrow is the appointment for pictures, and then by tomorrow night they should list the house. And so that's why I'm without my child, because I don't let him go back to the house. I don't want to confuse him. So that's the next hurdle, is selling the house. And right now in the town that we reside in, or the home that we own together is in, there's a lot of houses for sale, so I don't know how it's going to go. I'm trying to be positive. We bought the house at a good time in 2019, and since then the value just has like gone up tremendously. And it's like, you guys have seen, I've done like, back in the day I did an empty house tour, and you would be shocked at how much it's going for in New Jersey. So hopefully it'll be enough. I will get enough money to be completely, well, obviously the marital debt will be completely debt free, have a chunk in savings, and be able to get Bennett and I a cute little apartment. Again, rent in New Jersey is awful. I don't know what we're gonna get, but the next hurdle now is selling the house. I'm still happily at my parents' house, and Dad and I have been communicating well, and we have been doing visits together for him, and they've been going well. Of course, there's some like narcissistic tendencies here and there, but I can't complain, honestly. Like today was a little rough, but maybe one day I'll go into everything. But right now I just don't feel necessary to bash another person. It's not bashing, it's telling the truth, but I just don't feel like it's necessary to air out his dirty laundry. That's my little update on our life. We did a week down the shore with my in-laws. It was still like a fun week. We did everything together as a little family, even though we're not married anymore. So Bennett had like a great time, and I'm so happy with how that happened. I then stayed a week at my best friend's house watching her kids, because her and her husband went away. And then on Wednesday, I'm embarking on my first road trip with Bennett. We are driving to North Carolina to visit my friend. I chose to drive because I can't find my birth certificate to get my real ID to fly, and I just recently found my passport to like renew. So like my passport expired, and it didn't even have my married name, which I'm keeping, so that Bennett and I have the same last name. So I don't think I can fly. I don't know. Either way, we're driving because airfare just to go to North Carolina from New Jersey is ridiculous. So we are going to go on a bit of an adventure, and I'm excited for our adventure. And then it'll be August. I'm turning 40 in August. I am actually like in such a good place with my new decade, my new found independence, and my new positive outlook on life. And I'm really excited to open up a whole new chapter. I've been opening up chapters like left and right, I feel like, but like I feel like decades is like a whole new, like if this was like parts of a book, I feel like this would be part 2, chapter 1. You know? But it is just, you know, I feel like my birthday is like a new year. Like, you know how like people are like New Year's like is like a time for change. I also feel like birthdays are such a huge time for that, and I'm really excited to open up that new chapter. And I'm really excited to get back to school and into a routine, because the structure is really lacking, even though I'm trying really hard to keep to some kind of structure. But you know, I'm doing my best, and I'm really loving the magical memories Bennett and I are making this summer, being together all the time. With that being said, I think September is going to be hard for him. He won't leave my side. Like, he's with my sister right now, and that was difficult. I did put him into play therapy to be proactive with all of the little feelings that he might be having. We've only had one appointment, so I have no advice. I have no thoughts on it yet. I do have a gut feeling that it's going to be amazing for him, because he is very attached to me. And by the end of the first appointment, I was able to sit by the door, and he was playing with the therapist independently, which was huge in my opinion for our situation right now. So I have a really good feeling about this. But yeah, if you have any other questions, if I feel like I left anything out, leave them down below. If I get enough questions, I could do a Q&A, or I will just answer them in the comments. You guys know, if you've been here a long time, I'm very unorganized with these sit-down videos, and who knows. To sum it up, I'm divorced. House should be listed soon to sell. Hopefully it sells quick. Starting a new chapter. I've never lived alone before. I've never been this independent before. I know I'm still living with my parents, but like once I move out, that'll be fun for me. It'll be stressful for sure, but I've never done it. Like, I know I'm not fully alone. I have my child, but like I've never been like on my own. I've always had a husband, and I'm so excited to not have a husband. Also, side note really quick, being down the shore with him, I was a little afraid that I'd be like, oh my God, I miss him. I miss our life together. I'm happy to report that there's none of that. So clearly this was like the right decision for me. So there's that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you